Now, how do we, let's say we have this project done and we're ready to submit our project for an assignment or whatnot. Now, we have to make sure that we're submitting the right stuff. So I created this in a very specific location. Let me just pull that up. This is not the location, but I will go to it. Down here, my ICS2 folder, programming, and here's our demo project. Now, if we go inside, we see all this kind of fancy stuff. We don't want that. We want this folder right here. Now, how do we submit? Well, in all your stuff, you're only going to be able to submit one file. Now, this folder contains many files, so that's not going to be useful. We need to only submit one file. So what we're going to do is we're going to compress and zip up our folder that we want to submit. So you can do this in a couple of ways. If you're at home, you can just simply right-click and say, where is it? Add to archive, or send to compressed zip folder. Either one will work depending on what you have installed on your computer. If you hit add to archive, you can choose what version you want. We always want zip. Always. Don't put any other type on there. Even if you're running in Mac students always have this issue of making like a 7-zip file, 7Z. Do not submit those. We only want zip files, and the reason being is that the school computers cannot unzip anything other than zip files. So please make sure that it is a zip file. If you just do send to compressed zip file, then that will work just fine. Now, if you're at school, you don't have the right-click option. So what we need to do is you select the folder, tap the Alt key, and it'll bring up the menu. Now, I have it always displayed, but at school it's not always displayed. So when you tap the Alt key, it brings up the file menu. So you just select File, and then under here, it looks different on mine because I'm on a different setup. You're just going to say Send to Compressed Zip File. It's going to give you basically this option right here. Send to compressed zip folder. And that's, when I do this, it's going to create demo.zip. That is the file that you're going to submit. Okay? Now, whether that's on Google Classroom or whatever it is at the time, depending on what we ask for, that is what you're going to be submitting. Okay? So that is prepping your submission. It's going to work the same way whenever you're submitting any form of code.